Hey, Mitch the RV guy here, bringing you a Class C you are gonna love. This is Forest River. That's right, that's Berkshire Hathaway. That's Warren Buffett's company that built this. It's their Sunseeker 23-footer, and it has all the little touches of quality. Now let me start out by showing you the inside, and I want to kind of go into what makes this Sunseeker a little bit different than your average bear. Now, of course, it's not your average bear, because right now I'd be in the bear's stomach. Instead, I'm in this beautiful U-shaped dinette. Of course, it turns into a bed, but the coolest thing about this is it makes you actually have an area for games and the kids to play. The ones that just have a dinette, two people sitting opposed to each other, you ever put brother and sister right next to each other for an hour? Never makes for a good road trip. You have large, real wood storage. Most of them are going to have veneer wood inside of here, a little particle board with just real wood surrounding it. And that makes a big difference in terms of longevity. Kids wreck stuff, I wreck stuff. Sometimes I put stuff a little bit too big for the cabinet in it and I shut it. No problem with this. On most of them, you're going to be looking for a replacement. Oh, I love it. Extra counter space when you need it. You've got plenty of counter space when you put something on top of here for you to be able to cook something up for a 23-footer. It actually gives you an oven and a microwave, which is really cool indeed, and a full-size refrigerator. A lot of them, when they start getting to this size, give you the little partial fridge. Now, when it comes to food, I don't want partial anything. I'm the guy that they have the picture at the front of the buffet that says, "Don't let him in." You've got the big, really comfortable bed back here. Keep in mind, Berkshire Hathaway owns Serta, so they're able to put really comfortable mattresses in as opposed to the junk that you get in most of them. Lots of storage space, hanging storage, which is really cool. And if you do happen to bring a couple with you, and you don't really want them staring at you while you're sleeping, notice this track. It actually gives you privacy with the privacy shade curtains. Separates off the bedroom and the bathroom area from the main living area. Going into the bathroom area, I have a nice get-ready sink, so I can be sitting out here brushing my teeth while somebody else is in there doing Sudoku puzzles or other things that people do in the bathrooms, solving world hunger. I know that's what I do whenever I'm in there. Well, I'm on the other end of the world hunger spectrum. Over here, we have a really useful space. Not only is this just a sleeping area like on most of them, and notice how well padded this is, how nicely done this is. This is 3 layers of construction. Most of them just have it come up right to the wood that's been wrapped in vinyl. This is a little different. It's comfortable, gets out of the way when you're not using it, so you don't stand up and beat your head against solid. But it actually has cup holders. It has power up there so that the kid can plug in his laptop or he can plug in his video game system. You got your TV up here that's perfect for at night, somebody to be able to watch it. It swivels out. And this, again, is Berkshire Hathaway. It's one of the largest companies in the planet, the biggest company in the RV business at the moment, so they're not going anywhere. Hey, like us, 37 years, A+ Better Business Bureau rating, selling only pre-owned stuff. Hey, let me jump to the outside. Now, it's not just inside that the construction really is set apart by a company like Berkshire. For example, take a look right here. This is a solid front cap. I could punch that with a hammer and nothing's going to happen. Underneath, it's nice and seam. This is like basically a bathtub. That #1 place for leaks on the Class C is right here, and it's impossible for that to leak. Now look at your standard construction, like on this Itasca. That's just a rolled piece of fiberglass. This is just a veneer piece of fiberglass that comes, and you see how they're using caulking and strips to take it over? Look at the difference on your Sunseeker. This is huge difference, folks. This is the difference between having to worry about dry rot in the front and just having to worry about bug splats on the front and getting up there and cleaning it off. Of course, you got the E330. This is the same chassis that every single Class C in the entire planet uses, except for some of them use the 450. So no need to go into super good detail there. The difference is in the construction of the coach. So of course, you got your nice big power awning that covers basically the entire side, but the walls on this are a full 2-inch thick. Now, most coaches, I'm not going to name names, but most of them, Forward, use a 1.5-inch wall. That means that you have way less insulation because you can't really make the fiberglass any thinner. You can't really make the Luan any thinner. And so where you're sacrificing is the insulation. You've got lots of storage space all the way through here. And keep in mind, guys, when we get these in, we don't just turn it on and say, "Hey, it started, Jerry." And Jerry says, "Hey, did the AC turn on? It's blowing." And then we sell it like most RV dealerships. Instead, we take this to a third party, Arden High Tech. We haven't changed the engine fluids. Check the belts, check the suspension, check the bearings, check the axles. I'm telling you, we go in depth, folks. Then it comes back here. I plug it into Sure Power, make sure everything works on Sure Power. We turn on the generator, which is a nice Onan 4K. Make sure everything runs on the gen. Then we make sure everything that's supposed to run on the batteries works. down to the light bulb. We guarantee this thing's going to be just phenomenally nice. Of course, you got your backup camera, the walk-on roof. The vinyl's in great shape. Obviously, somebody took care of this. It's not one of those where one side looks all beat up and the other one looks great. The outside shower. And guys, Mr. Motorhome, 37 years, A+ Better Business Bureau rating, selling only pre-owned motorhomes. I can't tell you how hard that is, but the reason we do it is because we're as flexible as a Chinese gymnast when it comes to making sure that only the best stuff gets out of here. And if it's a turd, we're gonna flush it, folks. It's not gonna make it onto your driveway, I promise you that. Come down and see us, 9501 East Stockton Boulevard. We've got parts, service, and a consignment program that literally the last time the aliens came down here, they didn't ask to see our leader, they asked to see our consignment manager because he had too many miles on the ship. Hey, Mitch the RV guy, hoping to hear from you real soon.